Today, it's the National Football League. It's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Miami Dolphins. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he returns this to the 22. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
On 1st and 10, Ziegler. On the completion, this is Carey. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 73 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
Now a handoff as they run left side. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first. This defense for the Dolphins, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. Some motivation this week, not an issue.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Fielded at the 20. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their 38. Throwing to start the drive. Ward. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. It's a big play there for Miami.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago: 14 carries, 120 yards even.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
On 2nd down now, it's Turner. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the...
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? What he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ziegler. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Ziegler. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Ziegler. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And CD, congratulations are in order because he just passed Barry Sanders and moved into 3rd place all-time on the NFL rushing list.
And just think of what that gives him in terms of cachet, in terms of respect, because many people think Barry Sanders is the greatest running back that's ever played. Now, on the all-time rushing list, 3rd, ahead of him now, how about this? Walter Payton and Emmitt Smith.
That's pretty good company, folks. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd down, it's Stevens. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Dolphins have taken a 13-0 first-quarter lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it. It's a little bit of a turnover. You went right back to and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
Don't worry about your hands, though.
Yeah.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. Ziegler. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they're going to have a third down. From the gun, Ziegler. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
No, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the confidence from last week carrying over to this week.
2 weeks in a row. And I have to admit, last week, I thought they were going to really struggle running the football. I thought that they had a real challenge on their hands, and they more than met it and created big-time openings that he just absolutely hurdled through. And they figured, why not? Let's carry it forward this week. Again, the same thing. All the blocking schemes are there. I think they've really done a great job. That B gap between the guard and the tackle has been there all game for them, and they continue to exploit it.
And he's just going downhill. Touchdown! That's caught. A big play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. LA readies for its next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ziegler. He finds his man, complete. That's long. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll contain him to just 4, second down. Off the play fake. Ziegler. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
On first down, it's Turner, and the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and they capture him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Here's Ward on 3rd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play there for the Dolphins. Nothing, our score after 1. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Hands it off out of the gun. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll run on 1st down. Turner. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
For a lot of guys nice play in this game. There's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Ziegler throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Ward now on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half. Are they going to measure revenge there? Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
To throw on second down, Ziegler. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm, and he delivers it with confidence.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. They'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. It's a big play there for Miami.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15.
58 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
On second down now, it's Stevens. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll take it at the 42. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
Miami's offense set and ready to go.
They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters? Expecting those adjustments to happen.
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. It's the fullback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. The ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Ziegler. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 3rd down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. And there's also a flag to go with it. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
This is fielded at the 27. Pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It's actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
Ward throwing on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the bootleg. Ward. They'll roll him out right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes. And that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick here is good. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And they have just about gone to halftime with the Panthers out on top. Bishop Sankey, a touchdown reception. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see there, it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. The Colts looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And they were losers in their ball game as they were outplayed by the visiting New York Jets. The Jets keep their already slim playoff hopes alive, but at 4-7, another loss would likely put an end to any postseason dream. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. And out come the Dolphins now. They've been able to move the ball well in the air, and certainly a big, big reason why those receiving corps have been excellent. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They run the counter. Stevens. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
That's trash. That's trash. Check 50. Check 50. Check 13.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On 3rd down, Turner. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Turner. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And to give this time to the tailback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. What a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
From the gun on third down, Ziegler. And this is going to be incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Miami set to take over.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Probably a bit of a surprise call there on 1st down, but how about a tone setter for the drive? Picking up nice yardage with the big man setting the tone physically.
On 2nd down, it's Turner. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 1st down, Stevens. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
53 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Dolphins just continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Hey, you got 3, you got 3 down.
Throwing on first down, Ziegler. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Second and 4.
From the gun, Ziegler firing quickly here, and that's complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that one off the mark, a little late with a throw. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. This is taken around the 12.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to... add to that total. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run the counter. Turner, not much room to run. Just gets it to the 35 after showcasing his tough running. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll have a Dolphins 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They'll run on 1st down. Turner, and he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory.
49 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On 1st down, it's Turner. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run on 1st down. It's Stevens. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback.
And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. L.A. set to take over again on offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ziegler, he's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Ziegler, quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Back to throw again. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Ziegler. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. This is taken at about the 14. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, Keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Chargers offense back out and ready to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Miami, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.